Hi, 皆さんこんにちは. Hello everyone and welcome back to Kyotopia. I'm your host as always, Micah, and today I have something a bit special. Those who have been with us since the beginning will recall how our podcast has evolved from a bilingual conversational format to a journalistic storytelling approach. But now, as we enter a new phase in our journey, I am thrilled to announce that we're embarking on a mission to showcase the city that I call home. Yes, as the title suggests, here at Kyotopia, we're all about the ancient capital of Japan. From hidden alleyways to iconic landmarks, there's so much to explore in Kyoto. And as someone who's lived here for years, I want to share my love for this city with all of you. So therefore, in this episode, and for some to follow, we'll be diving deeper into the heart of Kyoto, presenting a virtual audio tour of some of my favorite spots in the city. My hope is that whether you're a seasoned traveler or just a curious soul planning your first trip to Japan, that these episodes will offer an immersive, enlightening experience that will make your journey to Kyoto even more meaningful and fulfilling. So join me on this adventure as we discover the hidden gems, traditions, and secrets of the city that stole my heart. I'm sure it will steal yours too. Today we're going to explore Toji Temple. I have the pleasure of sharing an essay written by my friend Rieko, a native of Kyoto and a passionate tour guide. Her insights and knowledge of Toji Temple are truly exceptional, and I'm excited to share them with all of you. So get ready to immerse yourself in the fascinating world of Toji Temple as we delve into its history, culture, and significance. So we will be taking you through Rieko's audio tour in English first. And for those of you who are studying Japanese, later we'll be sharing the Japanese audio, so you can practice your listening skills while you immerse yourself in the experience. So sit back, relax, and join us on this journey of discovery as we explore the wonder and magic of Toji Temple. Today I would like to introduce to you one of Kyoto's representative temples, Toji, which is also the head temple of the Shingon sect of Buddhism. It is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Although Toji literally means East Temple, you might wonder if there was a West Temple as well. And there was one. The West Temple, built at around the same time as Toji, and in almost the same size, was located on the west side. During the Heian period, the center of the city of Kyoto had a main street called Suzaku-Oji that ran north to south. A huge gate called Rajomon was built at the southern end of Suzaku-Oji. And right after passing through the gate, Toji was built on the right or east side, and the West Temple was built on the west side, in a symmetrical shape. Nowadays, Rajomon and the West Temple are gone, and only a stone monument quietly stands in their original locations. In 794, the capital of Japan was moved to Kyoto, marking the beginning of the Heian period. 2 years later, in 796, Toji was founded. In 823, about 30 years later, Kukai, also known as Kobodaishi, was entrusted with Toji by Emperor Saga. And this year, 2023, marks the 1,200th anniversary of the temple's founding. Let's start by explaining Toji's symbol, the Goju no To, or 5-story pagoda, which is about 55 meters high and the tallest wooden building in Japan. It has been destroyed by lightning and other disasters 4 times, and the current 5th one was built in 1644. Although Japan is a country with many earthquakes, the pagoda has never collapsed due to an earthquake, indicating that knowledge and technology of earthquake-resistant structures existed at that time. It is surprising to learn that the seismic structure of Tokyo's Skytree, built about 10 years ago, was based on the structure of the 5-story pagoda. Although the interior of the pagoda is not open to the public, it is occasionally opened a few times a year. So please check their official website for more information about that. In addition to the 5-story pagoda, 3 large buildings, the Kondo, Kodo, and Jikido, are built in a straight line on the grounds of Toji from south to north. Let's start by introducing the southernmost Kondo. It was originally built in 796, and the current one was rebuilt in 1603. The central statue of the temple is Yakushi Nyorai, the Buddha of healing, with Nikko Bodhisattva and Gakko Bodhisattva on either side. Yakushi Nyorai is the Buddha who relieves pain and suffering from illness and injuries, which is represented by the Chinese character for medicine. Nikko Bodhisattva represents sunlight, and Gakko Bodhisattva represents moonlight, serving and protecting Yakushi Nyorai day and night. 12 smaller statues of the 12 divine generals, which are also protecting Yakushi Nyorai, are lined up beneath the statue of Yakushi Nyorai. Although it is a bit dark inside Kondo, you can see the 12 zodiac animals on top of each statue's head. Next is the Kodo. It was originally built in the 9th century, and the current one was rebuilt in 1491. Inside the Kodo, there are 21 Buddhist statues, which express the world of enlightenment through a 3-dimensional mandala. Buddhist statues are basically classified into 4 categories, in order of high rank: Tathagata, Bodhisattva, Myo, and Ten. Tathagata represents the appearance after enlightenment and is characterized by plain attire. Bodhisattva represents the appearance before enlightenment and is characterized by colorful decorations. Myo is a guiding presence for those who do not follow the teachings of Buddha and has a frightening appearance. Ten serves as a guard for the 3 higher-ranking Buddha statues. Inside the lecture hall, there is a group of 5 Tathagata statues centered around Dainichi Nyorai, a group of 5 Bodhisattva statues on the right side, a group of 5 Myo statues on the left side, and 3 Ten statues on both sides, sandwiched between the 3 groups of statues. There are few temples where you can see so many different types of Buddha statues at once. The third building is a dining hall called the Jikido. It is a place where monks find spiritual practice in their daily lives. The original hall was built in the 9th century, but it burned down in 1930, and the current dining hall was built in 1934. In the center of the hall, is an 11-faced Kannon Bodhisattva. The dining hall can be entered without an admission fee, and visitors can also experience writing sutras. On the 21st of every month, Kobo-ichi market is held, and on the first Sunday of every month, an antique market is held with numerous stalls and a bustling crowd. Additionally, during the cherry blossom and autumn foliage seasons, nighttime illuminations are held, allowing visitors to enjoy a different, more fantastical atmosphere than the daytime. If you come to Kyoto, please be sure to stop by. So that concludes the essay from Dieko. Before we listen to the Japanese, I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail about certain aspects of the essay. As mentioned in the beginning, Toji Temple is part of the Shingon sect of Buddhism. For those of you who are not familiar, Shingon is a more esoteric form of Buddhism, which was founded in Japan in the 9th century by the monk Kukai. And this sect sort of emphasizes the use of mantras, mudras, or hand gestures, and mandalas, which are the sort of sacred diagrams, as a means of achieving enlightenment. They place a strong emphasis on the use of meditation and visualization techniques to achieve spiritual awakening. Practitioners believed that through these practices, they can cultivate a deep understanding of the true nature of reality and they'll ultimately attain Buddhahood. In the Shingon sect and many sects of Buddhism, there is a focus on the role of the teacher or guru. In Shingon, it's called the Shiho, and the guru is seen as a spiritual guide who can provide the necessary teachings and guidance to help students progress on their spiritual path. So overall, the Shingon sect is a complex form of Buddhism, which is why in Toji's temple, when you go inside, you can see so many different statues. I guess the idea is that the nature of the spiritual universe is so complex, it is not possible to understand with the rational mind. I suppose maybe that's why there's so many different deities and different images, which is supposed to sort of reflect that complexity. I hope that if you get a chance to visit Kyoto and Toji Temple, that this information will make that experience more interesting for you. Okay, next we're going to listen to the original Japanese essay as written by its author, Dieko. Here we go.
今回は京都を代表するお寺の一つでもあり、真言宗の総本山のお寺、東寺を案内したいと思います。もちろん世界遺産の一つです。東寺は東の寺と書きますが、それなら西の寺もあったのかですよね。あったのです。西の寺と書いて西寺というお寺が、東寺と同じ頃にほぼ同じ規模で建てられました。平安京、今でいう京都の町の中心を南北に朱雀大路というメインストリートが通り、その朱雀大路の南の端に羅城門と呼ばれる巨大な門が作られ、その門を入ったすぐ右手、つまり東に東寺、西に西寺が左右対称の形で建てられました。今は羅城門と西寺は跡形もなく、かつての場所にひっそりと石碑が立つのみです。794年、京都に都が置かれて平安時代が始まり、その2年後の796年に東寺は創建されました。そして約30年後の823年、弘法大師空海が嵯峨天皇より東寺を託されてからちょうど1200年目の今年2023年は記念すべき年となります。まずは京都のシンボルとも言うべき五重塔から説明していきましょう。高さは約55メートル、日本一高い木造建築です。落雷などで4度焼失し、現在のものは1644年に建てられた5代目となります。 日本は地震の多い国ですが、地震で倒壊したことは一度もなく、当時から耐震構造の知識や技術があったことが伺い知れます。約10年前に建てられた東京スカイツリーの耐震構造は、50の塔の構造を参考にしているというから驚きです。塔の内部は非公開ですが、年に何度か特別公開されます。ホームページなどでご確認ください。50の塔の他に、当時の境内には大きな建物が3つ、南から金堂、講堂、直堂と一直線上に建てられています。まずは一番南の金堂から紹介しましょう。もともとは796年に建てられ、現在のものは1603年に再建されたものです。お堂にはご本尊の薬師如来像が中心に、その両脇に日光菩薩と月光菩薩が安置されています。薬師如来の薬は漢字で薬と書き、病気や怪我などの痛みや苦しみから救ってくださる仏様です。日光菩薩の日光は火の光、そして月光菩薩の月光は月の光と書いて、昼も夜も薬師如来にお仕えお守りしますという仏様です。薬師如来の下に12体の少し小さい仏像が並んでいますが、十二神将といって、これらも薬師如来をお守りしている仏像です。お堂の中が少し暗くて分かりにくいですが、それぞれの頭の上に干支の動物を乗せています。次に講堂ですが、もともとは9世紀に建てられ、現在のものは1491年に再建されました。講堂の中には21体もの仏像があり、仏の悟りの世界を表した曼荼羅をこれら21体の仏像で表現した立体曼荼羅として知られています。仏像は基本的に4つに分類され、位の高い順に如来、菩薩、明王、天となります。如来は悟りを開いた後の姿を表し、質素な身なりが特徴です。菩薩は悟りを開く前の姿で、きらびやかな装飾を身につけているのが特徴です。明王は仏の教えに従わない者を導く存在で、恐ろしい姿をしています。天は上の3つのランクの仏様を守る、いわゆるガードマンの役目をする存在です。この講堂内には中央に大日如来を中心に5体の如来のグループ、向かって右側に5体の菩薩のグループ、向かって左側に5体の明王のグループ、そしてその3つのグループを挟む形で両サイドに3体ずつ天の仏像が配置されています。4種類の仏像をしかもこんなにたくさん一度に見られるお寺はほとんどないと思います。そして3つ目の建物が食堂と書いて直堂と読みます。僧が生活の中に修行を見出す場所です。もともとは9世紀に建てられましたが、1930年に焼失後、現在の直堂は1934年に再建されたものです。中央には11面観音菩薩が祀られています。直堂は拝観料なしで入ることができ、写経も体験できます。当時は毎月21日には弘法市が、第一日曜日には骨董市が開かれ、数多くの露店が並び、多くの人で賑わいます。また桜や紅葉の季節は夜間のライトアップも開催されて、昼間とは違った幻想的な雰囲気が楽しめます。京都にお越しの際はぜひお立ち寄りください。
All right, that's all for this episode of Kyotopia. We hope you all enjoyed our audio tour of Toji Temple. Special thanks to Dieko, our guest guide and native of Kyoto, for sharing her expertise and insights on the history and culture of the temple. Also, if any of you are curious as to what I get up to on social media, you can follow me on Twitter at Kyotopia3. Also, there is a Kyotopia Instagram, but it's been a bit quiet for a bit, so you can all just follow me on my personal account, which is Whimsy Miffler on Instagram. And lastly, if you happen to be in Kyoto, we invite you to join our meetup group called Kyotopia. We often meet up with locals, do things like language exchanges, hiking. There's a lot of events I have planned and I want to do. So yeah, if you're in town, please check it out. And if you can join us, I look forward to meeting you. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks again. それではまた次回。さようなら。